Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. This video is part of a training playlist which is in the description. Now we're going to create another summary which is sales by salesperson. So let's quickly insert a tab here, Alt HIS, then rename Alt HOR summary 3. This will be sales by salesperson. Again, it's the same thing we did for previous two summaries. We'll just copy the salesperson here and we'll do a remove duplicates. Now we only have one person at a time. This is salesperson and sales. Let's give it a good look. Alt HOI for auto width of column. Now we're going to create a formula to know what is the sales for each person. We'll be using SUMIFs. We'll go to data tab. Our sum range will be total sales. I'll lock this. Then we want to know the salesperson. We'll lock this again. And then we'll go back here and we'll lock A. Press enter. Copy paste. Let's sort this by person name. Sometime it happens while I sorted, this bit moved, but the formula is still at the row 17. So I'll just move this here and we'll copy paste. While you do sorting, you double check the formula, or we have a solution to this we'll discuss later in tables and name manager training. Now we got the total by each person, and these are the sales done by each person. Let's say we want to give it a good look and also showing who did best and who did worse. We can do this by conditional formatting, and there are many conditional formatting. We can use bars and it will look like this, and color scales will be looking like this. Now our huge numbers will be green and the lowest numbers will be red. If we use this, then this is the other way around, and this is how we can use conditional formatting. All you have to do is to select a range and then go for conditional formatting, highlight things, and that's it. So we'll use this because green is a good, for example, this, and gradually it is going down to, let's say, this number here, which is red. Let's say we want to know if this person is making enough sales and is it good to keep the person or leave the person. In that case, let's say we type something here like this. We'll just format painter, and let's say the limit for firing will be maybe like 50,000. If anyone doing less than 50,000 sales is not a good person, then we'll be using if formula. Our logical test is if this is less than 50,000. Now 50,000 is a number and not a text. Therefore, we don't need to enter this number in inverted commas. And then if value true, then we want true. Well, true is again a boolean used by Excel. Well, then we have to type true and false, because these are built-in Excel functions. Therefore, we don't have to type these as in text as inverted commas. So this is false. I'll double click here, and true means this person's sales are less than 50%. Let's do another conditional formatting for text. Text that contains. You can also do this less than, greater than, equal to, between, and so on. But let's do this as text containing true, and you can color whatever you like. Red is fine for us. So these two people are doing very small sales, and it's true. This conditional formatting will automatically color red for true, otherwise it won't color for false. It's always good to update your filter whenever you insert new columns. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more Excel tutorials. Again, this video is part of a full training. You can find the link in the description and save the playlist or bookmark. I'll see you soon in next video.